Hello and welcome back to Sorare Assist YouTube channel. Got some more scouting to go through today, guys, from the game week gone by. If you do like this video, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and also check out sorareassist.com. And of course, if you're not signed up to Sorare yet, sign up using the link below. You'll get a free limited card and also get to draft your fantasy teams. Okay then, let's kick off with today's scouting. So let's kick off, guys. The first guy I've gone for is Yuichi Maruyama of Nagoya Grampus. Now, he is 33 now, but he is only going at around £11. So if you are after a defender in the Japanese J-League for the rest of the J-League season, and obviously someone for over the summer as well, this price is looking really cheap to me. If we look at his scores, in the last, he was a sub in this game, but he did play in this one, and he played in this one and got two really good scores. He was a sub in some of these games as well, but hopefully if he can get more game time on the games that he's playing, he is capable of scoring well. If we look at all the games where he started today, look, he had a good cluster of good scores here as well. And if we just filter this graph to all and just the games where he started, we can see score history of some decent scores, look. So he is looking a fairly decent option, got a really good all-round score as well of 20 all-round score. So I think he's looking fairly decent really for a guy who's just £11. And that is the floor price at the time of recording as well. So it might be worth a punt, especially if you're playing the limited division as well. You've got 75p floor price there, and it's probably going to be good for the cap mode as well. As you can see, with him not always playing, his L15 is very low, so it could be a decent option. So we're going to be scouting the Asia division today, guys, the Champion Asia division. So I'm going to highlight some players from that division. So let's get stuck in then with the first player. So the next one I've gone for is Yota Sato. Now he's only 24, this guy, plays for Gamba Osaka. Now I know Gamba Osaka not had the best start of the season, they are currently bottom. This guy doesn't always play as well, which is obviously could be a potential issue, but he did start the last one. Now he was out of the squad for a number of months, as you can see, so I don't know if he was injured or something. He was sent off here in this game, but apart from that, he's been pretty much out of the squad, and he did play in this game and had a fantastic game with 40 all-round score, and that was in a 2-0 loss as well against Yokohama F Mariners. So it'll be interesting to see if Yota Sato carries on playing for Gamba Osaka. They certainly need some decent defenders, and maybe you never know, he could be the man that they're after. There's only £15 on auction potentially, 23 is the current floor price. So it could be a fairly decent punt here. Let's just have a look at this match where he did play then. So he played 90 minutes, 3 clearances, 1 block shot, 3 interceptions and 2 tackles, 4 out of 5 ground duels won, and also 7 out of 8 aerial duels won. He also had 42 accurate passes out of 48, which is looking really impressive, and 3 accurate long balls out of 4, which is also looking good. So we'll never know. He doesn't seem to be playing much games though. That is the only problem. He was previously in J-League 2. It looks like he was on loan, but then he was previously with Gamba Osaka before that. He was getting some games and having some couple of decent performances by the looks of it. But it would be interesting to see if he does get more game time this season. But if he does, it could be an outside punt for Tid. That's looking pretty good. And 15, if you can pick him on auction for his rare, could be a fairly decent punt for over the summer. Next player I've gone for is Ryosuke Shindo of Sorare Assist. He's only 26. He's going for around £17 at the moment in his rare, and around £1.46 for his limited. Now, if we look at his scores, he has started the last 2 games for Sorare Assist and got 2 fantastic scores attributed to his all-round score. Now, he was a sub previous to that, but these 2 games could get him a run in the first team, and it looks like he's played really well in these last 2 matches here. If we look at all of his scores and games where he's started, Japan J-League, he has got some good forms in this first team football, as you can see here. Not so good in this previous spell here, but as you can see, his more recent scores have been pretty impressive, and his old low scores was when he was playing for Consadole Sapporo, but since he's gone to Gamba, his scores do seem to have improved when he's a starter. So we'll be interested to see if he does start the next few games, but it could be another cheap option in defence over the summer. Next player I've gone for is Kohei Tezuka, 27-year-old for Sagan Tosu. He's going for around 164 for his limited at the moment and around £12.37 on auction for his rare card. And this is for a midfielder. So for a midfielder, I think this price is looking really favourable. Now, he did start the last game. He played 89 minutes. He got an assist in the attacking midfield role. He got good all-round score as well of 13.3. Another guy that's been on the bench though, did have a couple of sub appearances here. Come off the bench here though and scored in this one here. He was a sub as you can see. So he's not really been a first team regular. But he has only recently signed for Sagan Tosu from Yokohama, as you can see here. He was playing for Yokohama last season, but it looks like he's potentially signed for Sagan Tosu at the end of last season. He did start the last one, so it will be interesting to see if he does start more games. We've just filtered this to the games where he has started in the Japan J League. We can see some impressive numbers really, with an average of 57 on average and 16.9 all-round score as well. So if he can get some more starts under his belt at his new club, Sagan Tosu, which I would argue is a better outfit than Yokohama, he could potentially get some good scores. For a midfielder for £20 at the floor or 12 on auction, he's looking a pretty good punt. And if we have a look at the stats for that game that he started here, so we can see he played 89 minutes, got an assist of course, 28 accurate passes, which is good for an attacking midfielder, 2 key passes in this one as well. He also had 1 shot on target and 1 shot off target, won 4 of 5 of his duels. He also chipped in with 4 tackles as well in this match, so this could be a little bit of an outside punt, but if he does starting games for £20 potentially on his floor price, that's looking a pretty good deal to me. So next up we've got So Young Woo. Now this guy is a fantastic player to have in your gallery. He's obviously playing for the top side in Korea. Obviously there is a caveat there is an issues with the scoring at the moment in the South Korean K-League. So there is that to consider before making potentially this purchase. He's going for around £7 for his limited and around £80 for his rare at the moment. But if we look at his score graph, where he has started the games, we can see that he's capable of some fantastic scores, some really good peak scores as well, in the 90s and 100s as well. And in this last game at right back, he did have a clearance off the line and an assist, coming away with 92 points and a 3-2 away win at Suwon. If they kept a clean sheet there, he would have had the maxed 100. Now he has been a little bit out of form at the start of the season, as we can see, but generally he is scoring some really, really good scores, some peak scores as well, as I've already mentioned. So I think he's a bit more of a, I'd say maybe a premium option, you could argue, but I think he's a really, really good defender in the Asia League. But of course we do need to think about the South Korean scoring at the moment, but hopefully we'll address that. So that was the 5 players that I found from the game week gone by. Some decent options there, some budget ones, and that's what I'm going to be looking for now on these scouting videos going forward. So make sure you do subscribe to the channel, like this video as well if you did like the video. Follow me on Facebook as well and Twitter by searching at Sorare Assist. And you can also sign up to Sorare, of course, using the link below to get a free limited card. Start your collection today. You can also check out a free ebook as well from myself. There is a link in the description if you did want to download that now. Okay then guys, thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you again on the next video.